Hey guys, what's going on? Jose Esparza here. I'm so excited to have you at our first seller seminar here at Jose Esparza and Associates. We're always trying to find ways to help our community. So a little bit background of Jose Esparza and Associates. We started our team about 6 years ago, and it's not just selling real estate, but it's also giving back to our community. So we're excited for this seller seminar because I feel that this is going to help a lot of individuals like yourself understanding the process of selling your property. So there's always those questions. A little background of myself. I've been in real estate for 14 years. Before real estate, I was doing mortgage lending for 4 years. And so that background has helped me help many people. So that's why I started the team with Jose Esparza and Associates.
Three, two, one, zero.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Because we want to be able to help more people. And so I can't do all that by myself. And so this is why I started the team with Jose Esparza and Associates. So today we're going to be talking about the top 5 steps that you need to take when selling your house. Okay, based on my experience, there's many reasons why people sell, but these are my top 5 reasons people sell. For example, number one, people always want to buy a bigger house. Okay, so that's like the number one reason based on my experience of why people sell their houses. Okay, upsizing. And the second reason is because maybe they want to buy a smaller house. Maybe they want a smaller mortgage payment. And the top reason number 3 is because they're being relocated to a different state or different country. And so that would be the third reason of why people sell. And the hardships, like a divorce, we don't want to talk about that, but sometimes we have to. It is what it is. It's part of life sometimes. But you gotta, put your house on the market too if you're going through a divorce. Something that people ask, how come they're selling? And so that's the reason number 4 is because of a divorce. Then the fifth reason, it could be a hardship. It could be something like maybe they can't make their mortgage payments anymore. That's reason number 5, a hardship. Maybe they need to do a short sale. Maybe they lost a job, especially right now with what's going on with COVID. There's a lot of guidelines in place to protect our borrowers, right, from defaulting on their mortgage. So that's the good news, that there's a lot of assistance right now due to COVID. And we're going to talk about the 5 steps you need to take on getting your house for success. What do you need to do to get top dollar? What do you need to do to understand the whole process? So here are going to be our 5 steps to take. We're going to talk about decide to sell. That's number 1. And then number 2 is get your home ready. Okay. We're also going to talk about how do we market your house as real estate agents. Number 4 is entertaining that offer. And then number 5 is the closing table. Okay. So we're going to go step by step details, very detailed on the process, what the process is going to be, and what steps you need to take. Okay. So you need to call a real estate agent, and it's okay if you want to interview several agents. Let them know, be very transparent on what you want to do. Okay. You have to understand the market. Okay. That's very important, understanding the market. I have many stories where I've been to a listing appointment and it didn't make sense for someone to sell. For example, if they wanted maybe about the same mortgage payment. Let's say they purchased their home about 6 years ago and their mortgage payment is, I don't know, under $1,000. Well, if that's what they want and they're not going to net enough money, enough proceeds for a large down payment, well, that's where we need to let them know, hey, maybe right now it's not a good time for you to sell. Okay. So you got to understand the market. Right now, there's a shortage of inventory. So it's good for your sellers, but not for buyers. So what I always tell sellers, hey, let's get a feel for the market. Let's test the waters. Let's go out there and maybe look at some properties. And also, you need to get pre-qualified. Go to the bank, make sure that you do qualify for a second home. Because if you want to buy a bigger house or a smaller house and you don't qualify, then what's the point of putting your house on the market? You know, so we want to make sure that you understand the market, what's out there, make sure that you can kind of, have a net sheet for your loan officer, which the agent's going to help you with that, providing a net sheet of how much you're going to net. So that way you can take that to the bank and the bank can say, okay, based on this money, based on these net sheet, on the net sheet, you're gonna put this much money down. Your mortgage payment is gonna be about this amount, okay? So that's why it's important for you to have a net sheet. Your agent's going to help you get that net sheet for you. So again, understanding the market, that's very critical. You need to know what's out there. There's sites out there like our website, nwamyhome.com. There's other sites like realtor.com that you can kind of look and see what's, once you have your pre-qualification, you probably, because it's a seller's market, you probably want to go with your agent that you choose and just kind of go out there and look at some options, okay? That's if you're wanting to upsize or downsize, okay? I would also say, like, if you're wanting to rent a house because you're tired of owning a home, you kind of have to go look at the rental properties too, because rental properties have gone up as well. So you want to make sure that you're okay on how much that rent amount is going to be, okay? Because a lot of times right now, since rents have gone up, it's about the same thing as a mortgage. So a lot of times it doesn't make sense to sell your property to go rent a house, okay? So once you feel comfortable, and a lot of times you're gonna have to, talk to your agent. Your agent may have to come back and go over all this information with you, because you have to do your due diligence of going with the bank, right? So once you're good, once you feel good, you want to sign that listing agreement with your agent. By that time, you're gonna trust, you're gonna understand your agent. Your agent's gonna understand you. By then, you're gonna know if it's gonna be a good fit, okay? But you do wanna go ahead and list that, sign that listing agreement, as long as you have an idea of how long this is gonna take for the house to be on the market. Understand how many days it's gonna take to sell the property as well, okay? So you also want to know who's going to be signing that listing agreement, okay? I've heard so many stories where sometimes sellers go to the closing table and then someone else needs to sign. So make sure you understand who needs to sign that listing agreement. Your agent should be able to help you with that information. But however, sometimes we go by what's on the county records. And so if there's someone else who needs to sign that listing agreement and it's not showing on the county records, you need to let us know that information, okay? A lot of times what I've done a title search. I've sent the information to the title company so they can kind of do some due diligence themselves and let us know exactly who needs to be at the closing table. Next screen here. Oh, yes. So I was looking at understand the market, okay? You need to understand the market. Here are some numbers from last year of solds in Bane County and Washington County. As you can see, in Bane County, there was over 7,000 properties listed and sold. And there was the median price was 246,000. And there was it was 7,000 listed and 6,921 sold. 89 days average on the market. And this is for Bane County. If you see the numbers over here in 2018, 6,324 houses sold in 2018. In 2019, 6,921. In Washington County, there was 4,500 plus listed, and the median price was 220,000. A total of 4,255 homes sold, versus in 2018 there were 3,700 again, 86 days on the market. So that's going to give you an idea of how long it's going to take, you know, from list to sold. This changes all the time. It could be different from your house to your neighbor's house. It could be the condition of the home. It could be what list price you put. Okay. Your agent's going to give you a high, medium, and low based on the condition, and it's going to depend on the marketing. It's going to depend on many factors, right? Get your homes ready. Get your home ready. Okay. You want to number one, repair any problems that you see, you know, anything that's you know about. Let's say that it needs a new roof. Okay, so let's say that you did an insurance claim, but you didn't fix that. You need to make sure you fix that before you put it on the market. Okay, because there's what's called the seller's property disclosure, and you need to be very transparent with any buyer and with your agent of any issues that you know about the property. Okay, and if you're not going to fix anything, that's fine. Just put it on the seller's property disclosure. That's your opportunity to be transparent with your agent and with any buyer. Okay. So you want to fill out that seller's property disclosure. Again, if there's any minor repairs that you could do, go ahead and do it. You know, if it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, go for it. You want to do paint touch-ups. Recently, I just did paint touch-ups for my house. I only spent like maybe $600. You know, I paid someone to do some paint touch-ups, and my house looks really good. But if you were to see my house 2 weeks ago, it needed some work. Okay, so it shouldn't cost you a lot. If you need contacts, your agent should be able to provide you with contacts as well. You may want to do some small upgrades. Okay, maybe changing some light fixtures, maybe adding some more lighting. Maybe you want to add new ceiling fans, maybe doorknobs, maybe paint, maybe a new door. Okay, maybe add some landscaping. All that's going to help you net more money for yourself so that you can use that money for your other house, or, you know, invest in something else. Okay, something else. Okay. You may want to think about doing a pre-inspection. Pre-inspection, it's going to run you anywhere between $350 to $400. Depending on the size of the house. But a pre-inspection, it's good because you can be very transparent with any potential buyer and say, hey, here's my before, here's what I needed to fix, and here's my after, here's what I fixed. So that's going to give any buyer a peace of mind. It's going to give you a peace of mind as well, that once you're under contract, you know, there's no reason why the contract, the house should come back on the market because of the inspection. Okay. And number four, you want to declutter. Maybe get rid of some stuff. Go to the, you know, maybe do a yard sale. Donate some stuff to just get rid of a lot of stuff. And we're gonna, on the next slides, we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna give you some examples of what you should do, and also how to get your house ready for your photos as well. And you're gonna see the difference, and that's gonna help you with number four. You want to stage your home. Okay, maybe eliminate some pet odors. You know, I just got a dog, Gino is his name, and I don't know, because I'm so used to him, I don't know if he smells. Sometimes I have my neighbors come over, or my friends or family, and they're like, Gino smells, and I'm like, really? Like, I don't smell that. Okay, so we're not going to be able to tell the difference, but a buyer will. Okay, a new buyer, anyone coming into your house. So that's why you want to eliminate those pet odors or anything that may smell funky. Okay, you want to stage your home as well without spending an arm and a leg. You want to probably just buy some little stuff. You know, go to Home Goods and buy little stuff to make your house look very nice. Next slide, market your home. Okay, your agent may want to get professional photos for you, which it says right there. See example on the next slide. I'm going to show you some before and after. Maybe do a video for your house, especially if it's a house with, you know, that's very unique, that's very different from the other houses in the neighborhood. Maybe your agent wants to do a video. Okay, what if it's a house that has a lot of land? You know, maybe it has a shop. Why not do a video? You know, if it's something very different, a video is always good. You can always do like a 3D video. And so your agent's going to tell you if you should do that or not. Also, once your house is, you know, the reason why it's very important to do all those steps is because we want to be able to put this house on the multi